So, I kind of mentioned this in some Democracy 3, but this is kind of a similar thing, except it's browser-based and free. Uh, and, as I'll show you, you can actually ignore those kind of options that come up with issues type of things. And there's usually, like, some middle-of-the-road type of one. This is one I just made, figure I might as well just make, like, a dictatorship. It isn't my main one, I just started this. I don't think I chose the options. I probably should record the options, but whatever. There's some options like, do you agree with this, disagree, whatever. Yeah, this name. A little bit different than what I came up with. I kind of forgot to add the blank of, then you choose blank. So I just put Land of Satan and Satan Accessories, just because why not? I thought that was funny when I came up with it. So, the Empire is fledgling, environmentally stunning nation, renowned for its burgeoning rock population, hard-nosed, cynical population of 5 million, Accessorians, Satan, that, I completely forgot about that, Satan Accessorians, that's funny, are kept under strict control by the oppressive government, which measures its success by the nation's GDP, and refers to individual citizens as human resources. That's nice. The large government juggles the competing demands of law and order, religion and spirituality, and defense. The national income tax rate is 28%, but much higher for the wealthy. And an almost non-existent private sector is dominated by the gambling industry. Crime is moderate. National animal is the rock, which frogs freely in the nation's many lush forests. And its currency is the lava chip. Yeah. Did not mean to do that. It's like alliance things, and I am not that invested in this game to know how any of that works. But should democracy be compulsory? I thought I selected no, like severely disagree for something about democracy, but whatever. Sort of debate over voluntary versus compulsory voting. Compulsory voting makes about as much sense as having the death penalty for attempting suicide. Civil rights activist Suzuki. Okay, no. Why did I think that was a car company? Something like that. Not Subaru, something else. Did they make a car like the Swift? Something like that, I don't remember. You can't force people to be free, you can only give them a choice. Besides, of all these derelicts who can't be bothered to get off their butts once every few years voted, who would they elect? I shudder to think. It's not compulsory at all. No, contradictory at all. The fact is, not everyone votes. The outcome isn't truly representative. Some groups, like elderly gun nuts, vote more, others than not. That's why we would end up with such terrible politicians. Okay, this raises... That's probably what I'm going to choose. There's some out there ones, usually, too. This raises an interesting issue, says Larry Jefferson, your brother, and that is, why do we need elections anyway? Seems to me like it would be much simpler. You just decided what was right and did that. Wouldn't that save everyone a lot of time? Yes. Yes, that's right. Let's do that. Yeah, so it's usually either like a middle-of-the-road type thing, or just an out-there one, or both. I don't know why he does that, but whatever. And you can also just dismiss the issue here. The thing is, I'm not really sure about recording this game, is you only get like a couple of these every day. So basically, how I think this might go was just like record myself going through this every couple of days, and then just like combining 2 or 3 of those into one episode or something like that. I'm not really sure. It kind of depends how long this one goes, because I had to explain things. The increasingly militant Animal Liberation Front struck again last night, freeing dozens of chickens bound for delicious snack packs. Was there a reason they should be freed? These nuts have got to be stopped. Militant. They've got to be stopped, demands concerned consumer. They deface the fact people want snack packs, no matter how many innocent why can't I speak today? Chickens must be sacrificed. Besides, chickens would do the same to us if they had... okay. These liberationists are highlighting an important issue. Pleads take root. Okay. Too often, animals are put through needless cruelty just to make their flesh taste a little more deliciously succulent. I'm sure we can ban the more horrible abuses without putting too much of a dent to our national obesity figures, couldn't we? I do not remember ever getting this one in the beginning for some reason. I might do that if it wasn't anything like to a dictatorship. Like, animals have feelings too, yells protester Louis Fellow before being set upon, being like attacked by hungry passerbyers. Free the chick, animals, I guess. Ban meat eating, okay. Economist Al Bush has an alternative. You don't need to take away the people's right to choose, you just need to build the cost of animal suffering to the price. A tax on meat eating, its proportion to the amount of cruelty involved, would do the trick. Plus, think of the benefit for the national coffers. Of course, poor people wouldn't be able to afford meat, but that's just more incentive for them to get jobs. Sure. That kind of had me going as a possibility there for a second. I could just do this. Why not? Oh, wait, shouldn't I do this, like, dictatorship thing, like, stop them from doing that type of thing? Yeah, that's probably something better. Budget time. Accountant's excited. A lot of car ads on this website, I've kind of noticed. Maybe just because of where I live. This might give hints of where I live, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Whatever. It's time for the government to allocate spending for the coming year, and as always, special interest groups are keen to have their say. The state of the education system is, in many areas, simply frightful, says teacher union leader. And even, I don't really care about the names in most cases, so I'm probably just going to skip them. And even where we are doing well, we could do better. I appeal to the authorities for a substantial boost in funding. Remember, the children are our future. We won't have a future unless we improve police numbers and rebuild the military, says a general named Tan. Oh, it's all well and good to have your fancy education and your nice cars until some tin pot, is that a phrase? Dictatorship decides to invade, and don't pretend like there aren't any of them in our region. Our number one priority has to be security. Education is nice, but health and social welfare are more important, says celebrity social worker. This is where people who really need government help are, the marginalized of our society. And if we don't help them, what kind of nation are we? Hey, I've got a crazy idea, says noted libertarian and bird watcher. How about the government stops taking so much tax from people? Give us a tax cut and we'll buy the things we need ourselves. People need to be weaned off the government teat. Okay. Military, that sounds nice. Issues, again, though. Maybe I should look into this book, considering I have done this a couple times and I got bored of it, but I'm currently going through it again. What is this? Syrup. Okay. Let's consider Big Brother. How about yes? Is considering installing surveillance cameras in all major public areas in an effort to crack down on crime. This is a blatant invasion of our right to privacy, says libertarian website operator. How I can't go out in public anymore without being watched. And you know this is just the beginning. Today there are cameras in city streets around there peering into your bedroom window. Sure. Hey, I've got news for you, says police media. Is that a name? Or is that like a thing? Liaison? I've never heard of that word before. Okay. When you're out in public, people can see you. These cameras are extremely helpful in reducing the national crime rate. Frankly, I can't see what the fuss is about. This slippery slope argument has got me thinking, says police minister. You know, it'd be a lot easier to fight crime if we watch people all the time. Not with cameras, of course, it's clear invasion of privacy. What about a national database of our citizens coupled with compulsory ID codes and barcoding? It would stop crime dead in our tracks. How about yes? Okay. I think that's it. I've been getting like a lot of these now because everything that's involving this area is being spammed. And I've never really read into it. What? Why am I... Europia? Aren't I in the Pacific? I guess that counts. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, this world's kind of big, because there's a lot of big countries that have like 3 billion people, because it kind of just like goes up every day. So, I guess economy. That's kind of what I want to specialize in, more car stuff. But I guess I'll see how these things end up going tomorrow, I guess.